Shiata uatala, Bosaparati Shikadeana. Ha, wow. Tu shikotea, tu shote hayawa. Otala la Bosaparati Shikadeawa. Ishikatea, to, Boshkateata, Uayawa. And one more. Grandmother says. Woo! Ora ta shikatika ta la la basurati chikatea na. Woo! Oteata shatate ama eata te eama te ava. Ora to shikate ama eata. Okay. Morningstar came on here quick. Don't know how long I'm going to be on. Got tapped on the shoulder by grandmother, and the tribal women are already here. And still coming in hard, and it's coming in fast. The energy is like, rocket ship is taking off. Oh my God. Just breathe and receive. Wow. My heart is beating 1,000,000 miles a minute, getting my energy settled down. Breathe. Okay, alrighty. Archangels of love and light, who's willing to cleanse us of our auric field, tapping into God's source energy in the great I am. Oh, wow, feel that. Putting protective bubble around all of us. Diving deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth. Kundalini. Breathe. And then back into the great I am. I don't own the rights to this music. I'm going to move up a little bit. All right, so what a hell of a week. Oh my gosh, it's been so much fun this week. Fun times. How am I going to get into this? So thank you for watching. If you've never seen me before, this is Morningstar. So yeah. I was on a featured show this week with the Hearts of Change Collective, which was awesome, with David and Jennifer and Bonnie and Kathleen and Denise, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the gentlemen's names. But anyway, awesome transmission. Awesome. Hope you all caught that. And I'm saying that also, watch it. It's awesome. It was 2 hours long. But anyway, what I have to share, which I got tapped on the shoulder outside to come on and to share the information that I have received recently. And I want to do a shout out to White Wolf for his transmission from Asgard Command earlier. That was probably the most powerful channel I have heard from White Wolf ever. So please give that a listen. It was incredible. I was sitting the whole time jerking. Just amazing. So awesome. Thank you, sir, on that. So how many of us on a daily basis get into fear? Right? We get into fear at times. Fear about everything sometimes, right? You know, not just in the 3D dynamic of what's going on nationally, I mean, or worldly with the whole COVID thing. Yes, there is the fear components of that, right? And I'm doing this for a reason, whatever. But because everything is energy. So anyway, but how many times do we just get into fear? Am I going to have enough money to pay all my bills this month? Am I going to have enough money to pay my rent? Sometimes we have thoughts like that, but then sometimes it's like it gets in an overload, right? An overload, it's like I've noticed that sometimes I'm just out, even saying blessings speaking blessings over my friends, my family, my, everything, my life, the future, right? And you're in that, but then sometimes it changes. I'm going to calm my energy down, talk a little bit slower. And then next thing you know, you've like gone off on like this main boulevard, right? And then all of a sudden you've gone off on this little squiggly path into some unknown thing. And next thing you know, you're like having negative thoughts or having thoughts of like, and all of a sudden it's kind of like, what? And then something snaps, you're like, what? And I've caught myself doing that before, of course, probably a bazillion, gazillion times in this whole waking up process, right? And it's just, sometimes it just catches you off guard. And then, help, grandmother. And then there are other times that it's just like, I don't know, it could just be a mindset. You wake up one day, you're just kind of pissed off about everything, or, you know what I'm saying? Without me having to go into a deep whole thing about all of these different things, right? We live here in the 3D. We experience stuff on the 3D, right? We have stuff, like for me in my life, the great, fantastic, awesome days were few and far apart. They were. And like today, fantastic day. There was a great cold front came in. It was just like, oh, it's fall. It's fall in Florida finally, right? But there's days like that it's like, it's days of heaven. Days of heaven. Days of heaven. So after the wonderful 2-hour event that we had the other night, I was outside in the back. I was just kind of just talking to the stars, talking to God's source energy. I'm gonna light a cigarette. And then that process took place. I'm thinking about all this stuff, thinking about the program and kind of, winding down from that. And, and then all of a sudden I got into fear. I got into like, all of a sudden, all of this attack of thought processes just came in. And it was just like, what? And all of a sudden something inside me, got, getting tapped on the shoulder, and they said, it was like, I felt instinctively, I turned around. And when I turned around, I saw 5 men in spirit on the opposite side of my yard. They were all in suits. They were in a circle. One looks over at me. He's looking at me. He lifts up his hand like this to like talk like the FBI or the Men in Black dude kind of thing, right? And they said, she's taking the bait. And then they poofed. I turned back around and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? We really do live in a matrix. We really, and believe you me, I tell you everything that is true and everything that is experienced and experiential in my own personal life. I don't know anything really about that. Of course, you can have discernment, whatever, but I'm talking to you about my own personal journey. I kid you the fuck not. Outside after the program, outside, just happened to feel inclined to like turn over my shoulder, look across the yard. 5 guys, 5 men in suits, in a circle, and the one who's looking at me taps his ear and says, she took the bait. Man, I got pissed. I got really pissed. I mean, I got very angry deep in my heart and spirit. I started slamming as much golden white light energy and all, everything that, everything of everything, right? Just like, no, hell no, right? So a while ago, after I just listened to White Wolf's channel of Ashgard Command, I happened to look over into that same area again in the yard, and I saw a big X drawn through. And I was like, okay, good. Cancel, clear, and fucking delete. Those assholes, are you fucking kidding me? I got a prophetic word from Alan Pratt about 4 or 5 years ago, and he did tell me, because he himself has had Men in Black. Hello, you watch any kind of stuff on Gaia with David Wilcox or any of those people, they exist, okay? Things, they show up, okay? They do. Believe me or not, it's true. Alan gives me a prophetic word. They showed up to his place quite a few times. Anyway, and he said to me, he said, you're going to have experiences where they're going to show up. Well, guess what? They showed up the other night. Do you know that fear, anxiety is a program? It's like a feed into you. How do they get in there? Damn, how am I going to pay this car loan? Damn, this is an unexpected surprise. How am I going to pay this? Oh, I got a doctor's thing that's a little concerning me. Hello. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's not of blessing. Now, granted, I am a full proponent believer that everything works out for our good. Everything. God's source energy and the great I am is so big and so vast in even into our we have space in between all of our neurons and all of our, we're more space than we are flesh or water or anything else. That God source energy in the great I am is so vast. They work out all things for our good. The negative things that happen, the doctor's thing that comes through, blood tests, it's like, ooh, concerning, let's do some more tests, okay? Nothing is a shock or dismay to them, okay? Nothing is. We're going to have stuff that we've signed up on this planet, on this timeline, to propel, to define, to refine our experiential experience of being light beings in the 3D, in our humanity. We knew coming into this. Yes. Before we entered in this lifetime and we were still there with them, we already knew. We already knew what was going to happen. We knew. We forgot when we came here. We forgot. And we said, yeah, do it. Run it. Yeah, I'll do it. Sign me up. Yeah, I'll do it. See, we already knew what was going to happen. So then what happens? We're birthed. We grow up in families. Some of us have had great families. Some of us have had atrocious childhoods, atrocious abusive parents, horrific things happening. Horrific things happening. Right? Did we sign up for it? We did. We said, yeah, we're going to come do this because on the other side, it was okay. It was okay. It was okay. Because it's glorious. It's glorious. Changing directions. When we get healed, when miracles take place in our life, things out of the blue happen. I can declare it in my life. They happen. I have been so down at times and thinking I am sitting on like an ant, sitting in the gutter, next to a grate with all this muck and mire, and you know what I mean? And I would say, my heart would be like, if y'all don't help me, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. That could have been in my journal written last week. It could be something I write next week. It could be, depending if I'm not up on my meditation or depending how much I am really full throttling on that train that we talked about yesterday, on that train going focused, 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 Bill has to be paid. Focus. Bad doctor's report. Focus. Breathe. Let your heart receive healing light. Let your life receive healing light. Hang out with the angelic council. Hang out with the tree people. Hang out with the fae. Hang out with the everything that brings the utmost highest light. I'm getting chills down the front of my legs. And when you hang out there and your focus is so focused on that, you kind of just think, you know what? And there are some days on this 3D plane that are so glorious. That you think, they could take me right now. I am in my bliss. I'm in my bliss. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It all works out together for our good. The archangels, God's source energy, Yahshua, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, just the list. They don't want you living in fear. They don't want you worried about paying your bills. And you can sit there and say, write them on a piece of paper. That's what I do. I write them in my journal. And I'll say on one page, I'm worried about this. I've got to pay this. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. I learned a long time ago, it transposes it and takes it from here to here. And it releases the energy to the piece of paper. Right? And then I'll take it out and I'll lift it. I'll hold it up in my hand. Breathe, and then I turn it back over to them and I release it. I release it back to them. That's what I've had to do. I fell out of a car when I was 18 months old. I don't really know how to do math equations all that well. So when I focus on paying bills and doing all that stuff, I really have to fucking focus. Okay, because I damaged, when I fell out of a moving car at 18 months old, I damaged the front math center of my, can I do, yeah, but I have to really focus on that stuff, right? Where was I going? So that was the way I learned to release the stress and the anxiety from that kind of stuff, right? And also for me personally, because of all of the different things that I've had to deal with, in order to feel like when I felt so out of control and everything was so spinning before I awakened, really, I started making lists. I made lists. It helped me to focus, because I was like, and it helped me to focus. It helped me to focus. And then I could check it off. And it was like, oh, got it done, got it done, got it done. Now, some of this might be very simplistic to you. It was a great learning and a great healing tool for me in my life of what I went through. I grew up in a very chaotic home where shit was always insane. And I felt my life was so out of control in that regard. So it was real important for me to feel like, as I was growing up and maturing, to feel in control. And how I learned to feel in control was to make lists and to do that. And then it was like, bam, and then I forget about it. I didn't worry about, oh God, I've got to mop the floor for 3 days. You know what I mean? Like, oh God, I didn't mop the floor. Okay, some of you probably think, fuck that bull. It's crazy. Whatever. That was my experience. Raising children and doing all that kind of stuff. So anyway, where was I? But now it's like, it's kind of like going through the eye of a needle with all of that on the past on the other side to get focused and to get in control of stuff. And now, going through the eye of the needle. And then they're like, okay, now it's really going to get wild and really get out of control. And that's exactly what's happened. And then it becomes fun. Oh God, what a journey. What a hell of a journey. So anyway, so I was tapped on the shoulder by grandmother to come on and to say to you, this is a 3D. This is a matrix that we are living in. It really truly is. It really truly is. They hear you. That's why synchronicities happen. It's teaching you and showing you how powerful you are. There's petunias out in my yard, out in pots, all summer long. All summer long. You might think, Carla, what Morningstar? Talk to us about really incredible, high, altruistic. I am. I just tell it in my own story and in my own way, and I simplify it down. Because that's just the way it is. So all summer long, no petunias. No, none to be found anywhere, right? So lo and behold, last week, right? Go to my friendly Walmart, right? Purple petunias! It took a week for them to answer that. I mean, I was waiting, but it was like I actually spoke it out the time before then that I was there. I actually spoke the words and said, where in the hell are the petunias? A week later, they show up. They hadn't showed up all season long, all spring, all summer, and then they showed up within a week. Now you might think, oh, that's just, no, that's synchronicity. That is saying, making a wish for that, right? It doesn't matter whether it's petunias or a new car, a nice place to live, bills paid. It's all synchronicity. It is. We're very, 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 very powerful. And those 5 guys that appeared in my yard the other night, their job is to get us to believe, breathe, that we are not powerful, that we are weak. We're terrified. We're scared. We're afraid. I don't even like to feel into that energy. Do you? Fucking liars. That's what they are. Yeah, that's what it is. Wake up. Wake up. All right, so some healing energies just came around from grandmother and blue gold. So, if you are caught up in fear, I'm going to speak a blessing over your life. If you are caught up in thought processes and thoughts that you can't control, that you can't, believe you me, I know what that's like. I know what it's like to lay in bed at night and having things show up and just scare the fuck out of me, scare the hell out of me. Spiritual things, entities, things over the years. And before I say the blessing, I do want to share that. We were having the discourse the other night on the 2-hour program and listening to everyone talk about this stuff, and it was like, in all of our dealings, and I will speak for my own self personally, in learning over the years when these dark entities would show up, ever since I was a small child, they did. Scared the hell, traumatized, scared the hell out of me, dark entities, things like growling or, something with a knife that was, I kid you the hell not. I literally, when I was a small child, was watching a Jack LaLanne fitness program. I don't know, my mom had it on. I was like maybe 5. I kid you the F not. I was listening to it, playing whatever, and I kid you the F not. The guy on the TV stops. He starts talking to me personally. I kid you the fuck not, and says to me, "We are going to find you and we are going to kill you. We are going to destroy you." I went running, screaming out of the living room to my mom, trying to tell her what happened. And she was like, whatever. Weird, isn't it? Now, if you tell somebody that's unawakened, they're like, fuck, you are so crazy. Like the hell that would happen, really? This is a matrix. They can infiltrate. They can do whatever they want to do, really, until the time comes. That we step into our authority. So as things have happened all along my life, things would show up. What did it, first of all, thank you, it taught me to have discernment. It taught me the power of the great I am, to be able to speak and to take authority over things. It was a training ground. Lessons for discernment, wisdom, understanding, to be as wise as snakes and innocent as doves. Shit's real. You can get shoved in the middle of the night. You could wake up. One night I was woken up. I was being choked. I couldn't breathe. Something was literally sitting on my chest, and I was being choked. Scared out of my wits. Frightened out of my wits. That was a long time ago. A lot of stuff happens. A lot of stuff happens. They don't play fair. They do not play fair. They don't play fair. They don't play fair. And then there are those that love that and they seek that stuff. Really? Come into the light. Come into the light. Because you know what? Their whole job is to destroy. Kill, destroy, annihilate, take you out. How? Fear. Condemnation. If they're not coming in from the outside, they're going to get you in your own thinking process of the things that are still not come to the light. Who do you think you are? You're not good enough. You had too bad of a past. You're not as spiritual as those people. What? You can't go live. Who do you think you are? You can't go live. Didn't feel good, does it? Cancel, clear, delete. They teach us just how powerful we are. Whoa! Whoa! Holy smokes, Batman! That felt good. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Okay, grandmother's reminding me of blessing. Let me take a drink. Oh, I'm feeling better. Doctor reports are checking out to be okay. So good. Cheers to that. All right. What's really, really beautiful and interesting, and what's really wonderful, is that blue golden energy was delivered just a while ago before that whole segment. Grandmother, it came around. Guess what? We didn't miss it. It's right here waiting for us. Guess what? You don't miss it. You're not going to miss the train. You're not going to miss what they have for you. And the mere fact that if you are under attack, and the mere fact that those things are happening for you, they are happening for you to grow you up, to make you smart in spirit, to have discernment, to be able to walk in and to scan, to know energy, to know what's going on, to know, to look, to scan, to help, to be of service, to be the light. Be the light. Be the light. All right. I am literally seeing angels going through and jumping into the screen. Just open up your hands and receive. If you receive this message, if you receive this, just open up and just say, I receive. God, for the greatest and highest good of all. God, source energy, healing angels, Yahshua. Oh, man. To just breathe and bask in the presence of the great I am. Wow. feeling energy, like glasses, feeling energy around the eyes. Breathe. Feathers. Necklaces, blankets. Those are always grandmother's gifts. Oh, she's handing out some pearls tonight. Thank you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. We're still continuing. I'm just going to turn this music up a little bit. If you want to just hang out with me a little bit longer and breathe and just receive this healing energy. I don't own the rights to this music. There's a river of pure golden light that flows from the kingdom of heaven. 4 rivers across the face of this world. Those rivers are connected to planetary and transit river systems that go out into the multiverse, the parallel verses. Nothing can stop that flow, ever. As the storehouses of lightning and clouds and rainbows and snow, there's also the continuous flow of God's love for you, children. They love us so much. They're here to support us, to uplift us when we're weak, to show us compassion and mercy and grace. They show us love, that we can be love. We receive that, so then we in turn can send it out. So I speak a blessing over Gaia, Mother Earth, from the North Pole to the south, and as far as the east is to the west. May everyone have food to eat. May everyone be clothed in royal robes, in our majesty, and in the glory that has been given to us since the beginning of all time. We are the majestic ones. We are the united ones. Hore te amo, shoko te anai ua te kaposho te ala e ama. Mother Mary is just dropping rose petals in the shape of hearts right now. Mother Mary energy. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, Oto shikate Kuan Yin has just stepped up from behind. Oto ishikate awa. And thank you, Archangel Michael and Archangel Zadkiel. Oi eto shigato oya. May your sleep be sweet. Be at peace. causal chakra energy, going all the way down to the base chakra. Coming down and then reverberating out. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Morningstar.